When Biden made a pit stop in Cleveland, Ohio for ice cream, a reporter asked him what he ordered. But his answer wasn't as simple as chocolate or vanilla. He ordered chocolate chip. And it seems as our president turns to more complicated ice cream flavors, American politics follows suit in complicating and convoluting our civic system. Polarization has been on the rise, and with it comes the downfall of our democracy. As we move into the next chapter of government, let's understand how we got here today, how that harms Americans, and how we can change that with our vote. Now, what's the issue right now with American politics? It's become so polarized that both candidates and Americans feel like they can't move across the aisle. Polarization is defined as a division in beliefs. A level of polarization is normal. You and I can have different beliefs and still coexist. The issue becomes when the two sides get more and more extreme. The two parties saw an uptick in polarization around 30 years ago, when the two parties started identifying with issues, but also having identities within them. According to researchers at Northwestern, if you're a Democrat, Republicans will often assume you're queer. And if you're a Republican, Democrats will often assume you're rich. In reality, it's only 2 to 6% of each party that falls into these actual identities. This started all the way back from Reagan, and now to Biden today. So let's fast forward. How is this currently harming Americans? Well, polarization at face value may just seem like we don't associate with those who don't have the same political views as us. But it's begun to be much more than that. It's begun to incite both verbal and physical violence. Political violence is everywhere, in the news that we see, the social media we intake, and even cases of extreme crime. Like most other teenagers, I'm on social media a lot. And like most other people, I get into the occasional online political argument that never actually accomplishes any meaningful dialogue. But social media is now being weaponized to turn adults and children more extreme. Groups like the KKK have turned to targeting recruitment ads at teenagers who are more impressionable. And this has had real consequences. According to the Washington Post, this year there has been an increase in 7% in teen recruitment to white supremacist groups. And that's led to a 38% increase in hate crimes. The algorithm of social media is set up where if you interact with one post, or even stay looking at that post a little bit longer, it'll show you more and more content like that. Parents often don't know that their children are being recruited, and children often believe the propaganda they're being fed. Polarization has made it seem like these groups can just side behind a political party, so that way those who are younger don't even bat an eye. But it's not always as serious. Take our favorite news station, for example, Fox News. In the past year, I've seen Tucker Carlson talk about how the candy M&Ms are now less sexy. This was all because the candy M&Ms decided to portray their candy characters as a working woman in commercials. In his reporting, he said things like, the M&Ms turned him on less, that they were too sexy and too woke. But in reality, not all of us may be causing a commotion over candy. But there are other people that intake this as real news, and other extremists like Ben Shapiro who picked up the conversation as well. But this exists on both sides. A YouGov poll found that CNN is now the most politically polarizing news source, with a 92-point difference in trust between Democrats and Republicans. You know, most will resort towards arguing with you on Twitter until they block you. But unfortunately, others will resort to violence. January 6th was a day that will go down in history books. We witnessed our nation's capital being attacked by extremists who called our elections invalid. That day, many were injured, and many had fear in American politics. Just last year, Nancy Pelosi had her home invaded by a man attempting to murder her. She wasn't home, but her husband bore the brunt of that attack. And during the COVID-19 pandemic, in our own state, Governor Whitmer was almost kidnapped by white supremacists over her political decisions. Whether or not you're a Democrat or Republican, violence should never even be an option. But how can we move into the next chapter of our government and take the step to fix this with our vote? Polarization can happen at any level, and oftentimes it happens at the local levels first. Politicians make their way up the political stage by starting off as your local city council person or your mayor. But people don't pay attention to these candidates until they're running for president. by engaging and voting in both bigger and smaller elections for more moderate candidates. It helps change the culture of American politics and this idea that only extremist candidates get views. Your vote is your voice in this country. Use it at every level you can. But part of finding the right candidate comes with research. No matter which side of the political spectrum you fall on, you can almost always find a moderate candidate. They just won't be on your TVs as much. By researching a candidate's past policies, actions, and reputation, it ensures that you're voting for a candidate who has your best interest and the interests of our country. Getting out to vote and when researching the candidates that you're voting for are one massive step we can take towards stopping polarization. But it's not a lost cause once candidates are already in office. You don't have to wait till the next election cycle to demand change. When President Biden was running for office, he championed the environment. But now, close to the time when he's up for re-election, he signed on to the Willow Project, a project that would emit an extra 9.2 million metric tons of carbon emissions into the environment every single year because of the extra oil that's added. It seems President Biden cares more about being a polarized candidate than the polar bears who will feel the brunt of his effects. But the thing is that by signing petitions, going to protests, and using your voice, it helps overturn the projects that your candidate wasn't about from the start. People are the force that holds this government accountable. That's something polarization can never take from us. Polarization has plagued the narrative of American politics for too long. Sure, it's given some funny moments for political recaps, but other times it's led to hate and violence. Putting an end to it ensures that one less person at least has to deal with this, and that maybe we may be able to more effectively communicate with one more person. Thank you.